2, 1.
Hello, everybody. My name is Zojalyx, and joined with me this fine evening are...
Hey, guys. I'm Texas Warrior, and welcome.
Hi, I'm Slade4252.
And we are going to be running the Lord of the Rings, The War of the North co-op any % new game. It's a pretty great run that's going to be very memey because we all like to banter back and forth, and it's going to be great. So, we're going to go ahead and get started here, and just because it's a nice, long, chill run, and so we're going to get started here just so that way you guys don't have to sit and listen to us talk forever without actually playing the game. Alright, are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, cool. And timer will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so we're going to be starting off here with a nice long load screen, and then Texas, you can take it away.
Alright, so our first trick in the game that we are going to be doing is what's known as cell glitching. We are going to be doing this a lot throughout the game, since it is our main source of getting money, as well as getting higher tier weapons than we normally get. So one of the things that I discovered was an advanced tactic for this cell glitch, and that is, so you take your controller, you come to your item, you click it, you hold the right trigger to hold the item, and then you spam the cell button, which is A, on your controller, but also you tap your action key on PC, meaning that you can sell the item twice as fast, giving you the ability to climb up in money very, very quickly. And we will be doing this throughout the run anytime that we need items and at any major sell points throughout the run.
We lost Slade. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened either.
Oh boy. Slade DC'd?
Yup.
In the beginning of the too. That's first. What the heck?
Starting off to a strong start.
So,
I can't even close the game.
You might need to do it through Task Manager.
I've tried. I can't pull that up either.
What?
Well, we might be losing Slade here.
So, yeah, this game is chock full of random buggy issues. We don't really know why.
So, this is one of those things where there is a known bug where when we enter Rivendell, Slade will DC due to how poor the connection quality is for this game since it's a little outdated. However, we have never had this issue at the very start of the game.
Yeah, I'm just... So, we're gonna...
Should I just restart everything and come back?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
okay, I will be...
So, with this game, since there is a lot of things that have back-end network connectivity issues that just there's no way to fix, since like this game has been completely taken off Steam, and the only way to get it is through a secondary code off of Steam due to issues with licensing, and they haven't updated this game in a very long time, making it where any issues like this will go unfixed. It is one of the biggest downsides to this run. How's the door?
Yep. So, yeah, unfortunately, so we're going to try and do what we can just to keep this run going. So, a lot of this run, what is going to be entailing is a lot of resource management as well as good item RNG. So, you'll be noticing that each one of us, except for Slade, which not really well. Oh, he's partially back. So, each of us as different characters have, specifically Texas and I, have potions. Have potions and arrows that we have to be managing throughout the run. We've got health potions and we've got power potions. And that's kind of a key point to the run, is because we have so many abilities that use things such as that use power, but we don't actually upgrade our power capacity. We go through a lot of potions throughout the entirety of the run. And so you're going to have to be paying attention to, well, we have to be paying attention to our potion count. You guys can if you want, but you don't have to. And so I've already leveled up, and with my level 2, because my character is an archer, or my primary form of attacking that I will be using later on in the run that I'm not using now, is archery. And so you'll be seeing me upgrade my dex a lot, and then I already have my primary ability, which is called a heavy shot. And what that does is it's basically a charged arrow shot. And so it does significantly more damage, and it uses up a little bit of power. And so you'll be seeing me use that ability a lot, as well as just later on, you'll be seeing me just constantly using arrows.
And as you can see, I also have a crossbow as well, which also gate, which means that I have to worry about arrows as well. The first ability that I get is a AoE sword swing attack, which hits enemies around me. This ability I do not use. I use constantly throughout the run, but I try not to use it too much early game due to the fact of not wanting to use all my power potions since I need them later in the run. Are you guys skip the cutscene?
I did.
Oh, it says players are waiting to join us on the cutscene.
What? I've been in the fight for a while. Oh, Slade's back. Slade just joined.
I'm finally here.
There we go.
I'm gonna be at the clear disadvantage.
Slade, did you restart the stream too?
Yeah, I did that as well.
Oh, you're echoing again.
Ah, great.
No, we just won't worry about it. We're just gonna get through the run.
Okay. I have 0 pots in. Oh no.
You'll just have to.
Too much.
Yeah.
This is gonna be stuff.
It's fine. You'll make it all back at frick, what is it? At Sarnford.
Okay.
That too.
Okay, so one thing you'll be
echo for Slade due to the issue of this game not having any sort of way to distinguish between the game itself and Steam. So they're pretty much you're guaranteed to have an echo for one player or two before I was able to fix mine. And it makes it where we can't do much about it. Like, we'd have to try and disable the mic entirely through Steam, which is a little rough.
Yeah. So another thing that you'll be noticing during fights is you'll see these little arrows that are going to be popping up, and when we hit those arrows, we'll be going into what's called hero mode. And what hero mode allows us to do is it gives us an EXP and damage boost, and so you'll be seeing us go for that as much as possible. And like you'll notice it.
Hero or just leave it.
Just leave it.
Potion and stuff.
I don't
have money because you didn't get the shop glitch.
Well,
I bought one health potion. That's it.
Really nothing.
One health potion. That's it.
Also, I'm looking at the stream right now. I do see that the timer is a little bit off as well.
That's fine. I have it going on my end, so it's not a big deal.
I do as well. I just... Also, Slade has no face or head on my screen.
Cool!
We had the timer pause just a little bit because we're trying to just troubleshoot things going on with Slade, but yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
anybody want to give me some health potions at least? Because, again, I have low armor.
Literally, the only option to try and fix things was to completely just restart the run.
I gave you one. Did you get the one?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you stopped the turret and thought we were fully resetting? I mean, we could have. Y'all just need to call that out to us.
Honestly, yeah, definitely would have. I would have
Like,
preferred
I
it.
understand that we're the ones doing the run.
Nah, it's all, yeah.
I would have preferred restarting, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's alright, it happens. So yeah, what we did there is just some quick, you know, getting through, pushing down some,
Slade?
I'm coming.
pushing down some war machines and just, you know, vibing.
Yeah, so there, Slade distracts the shaman there for me while I take out the war machine, and then 3 orcs spawn due to taking out the war machines on that side.
Paused, lol.
Wall is clear.
No worries, I can walk forward.
Wow, you guys are ahead. You guys are further ahead than I am on the stream.
Then let's push on.
Yep.
I will shadow.
Slade's like
Nice.
15 seconds behind the stream too.
I can't.
It's okay, just relax.
It's alright, this game is a mess of tech issues and it's fine.
Yeah, well then, as you said, like it wouldn't be a marathon without tech issues. Yeah, this game is the tech issue.
Alright, Slade, can you go ahead and explain Belaram now?
Alright, so Balaram is this, like, sort of eagle ally that we have. Basically, at certain points during the run, we'll be able to call on him to either attack giant enemies or just destroy structures, in this case you just saw. But yeah, anytime you see, like, a golden, like, eagle above anybody's head, that means Balaram is about to attack them, or do whatever he does to them, whatever. But we use him pretty frequently throughout the run, and he sometimes is a very big help.
Yeah, and Belaram himself is triggered through an item that we use called a Great Feather. In order to use Belaram, it actually comes down to a little bit of RNG, because we have to get a Great Feather drop in order to actually use Belaram. And so we have to be keeping ourselves watching and seeing watching our feather counts throughout the run. Wow, door's not good.
Yeah, there's one guy down here.
Okay.
It should be good now.
Yep. And so now I'm just
what you got to
vibing
see
here at
there
the checkpoint.
is me using the crossbow turrets or the ballistas throughout the game. This is going to be something that I use frequently throughout the run. They do more damage than what we can do just by shooting or hitting enemies, and there are sections that are completely based off of them. And on those, I typically will use my mouse that is plugged into my PC so I can aim a little bit better and more quickly, since controller has sensitivity issues comparatively.
And now we're killing a troll. Well, we killed the troll. Pretty easy to do so. Just, you know, making sure that... So, one of the things about each of the different characters is that each kind of have the various roles. Like I said, my character is Eridan, who uses a bow and arrow and does a lot of the primary single-target DPS.
My character is Karin. He is a dwarf. He is more the tank and the AoE expert of the run. Many of my abilities either give me health regen, make me the target of attention, or just do AoE damage of some sort. And I'll describe those more later when I get them and as we go through the run. I will say the first thing that I'm upgrading that you'll see in the skill tree when I used it earlier, after my whirlwind attack, was a ability that just makes it where my two-handed damage is increased. So I'm going to be able to upgrade this to 3 times, meaning that each time my damage will be going up as long as I'm using a two-handed weapon.
Yeah, my character is Angeluil, and I'm the sort of the elf support of this. I don't do as much damage as the other two will. But yeah, I'll mainly play support. hitting the enemies here and there, explosive shots. I sort of get a heavy magic shot, but I don't use any arrows. All of my shots come from mana potions here, the power potions, which is a real disadvantage that I started so late and had none. Anyway, so basically any shot I do for my staff takes a power potion, basically the blue bar that you see down there. But I'll more and more refer to my
I need you to kill him, though, because...
Yeah, I know, but Eladin and Elrond here are bodying him so hard.
Yeah, the elves were body blocking all of us. I shot 4 arrows there and couldn't hit him once.
Yo.
So, talking about that crossbow sections, we'll be entering our first one here. Zojalyx and Slade will be guarding my back while I take out all the enemies coming down this long corridor from in front of me. There will be orcs out the wazoo, as well as some archers up above me to my left that I will have to worry about since they kind of hurt, and they also stagger my shots, meaning that there will be a slight delay between shots if I am hit by the archers.
Yeah. So now, as we're just blasting through war machines and stuff, now is a good time to read a few donations, if there are any.
Not right now, but I could advertise some stuff we got going on the incentive front.
Yeah, go for it.
So we have 2 incentives up right now. We got one for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 to free HK-47. That is at $0 right now out of 150. So let's see if we can make that happen. That run is happening tomorrow morning, about 6:22 Central. We're a little bit ahead. Be sure to get those donations in for that, as well as the Snow Bros run ran by Ghost Senpai. There's the Sombrero percent incentive, and for that, Ghost Senpai will wear a comically oversized sombrero for the duration of that run, so be sure to get those donations in for that.
Right, so now we're going to be introducing some really fun enemies. They're called Goblin Sappers. And what they are goblins with gunpowder attached to them. Because who doesn't love that? And so, oh, Slade got blown up.
I didn't. Now I did.
Oh shoot. Oh no, Slade went down.
Ow.
Alright.
Don't leave us just yet.
This is... Yep.
Go forward.
So yeah, this is the, where Slade's disadvantage kind of... Well, the Goblin Sappers, yeah. They, as you noticed, they run forward and they explode. And then we just are left in a state of sadness because they explode and they hurt. So for this section here, Texas is going to be running up and killing this Goblin Sorcerer. I'm going to be running over here to activate to pull this lever. Pulling the lever will then activate the progression for the section, and which will then allow, and then Texas will be jumping onto the war machine, while Slade and I are going to be covering the sides, because there are going to be some goblins that are going to be spawning past these barricades that you can see here on my screen. And so Slade will be covering one side, Texas, I will be covering the other one, and then we are just...
I will be covering the middle.
Yeah. Texas will be destroying all of the enemies up there. And the nice thing about this game is EXP is shared. So that means that even though Texas is destroying all of those enemies, he is not just hoarding all of that EXP.
The gate is open.
And so now we're just going to run over here to our next fight. This is how a lot of this game kind of works, is it's a lot of running from fight to fight to fight, and using your proper resources in order to keep the game going as quickly as possible. And then when you're waiting for the game to advance, you just spin around in a circle and give yourself a little bit of motion sickness by spinning and moving the camera at the same time. So here's going to be a really good example of seeing the hero mode, trying to do everything that we can to keep our hero mode going as much as possible, and then at the end of every single group, you'll notice that we'll be getting what's called a final blow. And a final blow gives us a slight bit of an EXP bonus, but it also ends all of our combos that we were getting. So then any sort of combos that we had then are gone. And it can be a little unfortunate because because sometimes the game will just decide to give you a final blow even when you were in the middle of a fight. And it doesn't really make sense, but there are a lot of things about this game that the more we play it, the less it makes sense. And so now here, in our last wave here, we're going to have more enemies that are going to be spawning on the bridge. And as we're fighting these enemies, there are also going to be Goblin Sappers that are going to be coming. And what we have to do is we have to kill the enemies on the bridge while still trying to keep our hero mode with Sappers coming. And if we take too much damage, the Sappers will blow up and we can lose our hero mode. And so we have to roll at a precise time in order to avoid getting blown up by the Sappers, but the Sappers can still do a lot of damage to their friends, thus allowing us to get through the fight a lot faster.
Yeah, so one of the things that we can do is use the Sappers to kill the goblins that are fighting us as well, instead of just having them be a problem.
Up here, friends! One moment. We will open the gate for you.
Alright, so coming up here, we've got Slade and Texas are going to be going and taking this short little mid-level shop. Well, I have this really difficult shot to hit, and I got it first try. Cool. Wait, you're not taking the shop? Do you still not have money? Oh, that's right.
Some mechanism to control this gate.
Well, no, I'm not taking the shop.
Here,
I don't have money to do the shop.
There's a lever here.
I've looked while I was here. There's nothing that I can give to Slade that would help him. I could maybe got him armor, but there wasn't anything good.
Armor is usually very particular to class, so it's really tough. He'll just have to pull himself up by his bootstraps at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. If anybody could offer me health potions, that'd be nice. Because I'm out.
Yeah, I will give you some.
I'm the tank. I have to hoard those. I do apologize.
There, I just gave you 5. Right. Hopefully they went through.
Okay. Yep, I made it.
Yeah, sometimes when you give your teammates items, the game's just like, yeah, no, you actually didn't. Sorry. And so once again,
a little bit longer on the next shop, though.
That's fine.
Okay.
So here we're doing more crossbow sections. I have to worry about the 3 different sides here. So the first wave is on one of the 2 sides. The second wave is also on one of them. This third wave is all coming from the middle. And the 4th wave will be coming from all different sides. Meaning that I have to constantly be flicking back and forth, making sure I'm hitting as many as I can, trying to keep them off of Zojalyx and Slade, while they also keep any that slip past me off of me.
In other words, if FaZe Clan wants to sign anybody, we recommend Texas.
Yeah, okay.
Except, please know that my aim is awful on mouse and keyboard.
You're not supposed to say that. We're trying to hype you up here. Like, come on. Oh, there's one left.
Yeah, he's directly in front of me. And here's the final wave where they're coming from everywhere. That sapper did not explode.
Servants of the enemy, beware!
That should be everyone.
Nope. There's always one! For some reason, there's always one goblin that gets through, and we have no explanation for it.
You just
Hi, Elf Twins. Can you please open the door for us, please? See, they say well fought, friends. So that literally just means that they sit there and watch us while we are fighting all those guys. Also, that sorcerer just got wrecked by Belaram. And the reason why we have the sorcerer get killed by Belaram there is because the sorcerer can spawn a little damage shield. And what that does is it doesn't let us shoot anything inside of it. And it
Alright, come on, Slade.
we can't shoot anything inside of it. And anytime we are in the their damage shield, we take damage.
Yeah, and also, they can also spawn enemies that we have to deal with as well, making it where there's more enemies in each section that we have to kill. So we would like to take care of them as fast as humanly possible, so we don't have to deal with more enemies.
And then here we're coming up to our citadel, which we got a couple mob fights here before we go into our main fight. And for this fight, what our strat is, we have a lot more sappers here, so we kind of hug around the wall and roll to make them all blow up. It's a very risky strat because if we get blown up, we take a lot of damage.
And they can just straight down us as well. However, we have iframes at the very start, so if we can time it just right, then we can get them to blow up all the other goblins around us.
Oh, that was terrifying. And now here we've got a sorcerer here, and then, well, he needs a gunpowder barrel, so he literally does not. It's just like, nope, bye. And here, I'm charging up a charge shot because we got a sorcerer here that's gonna spawn. For some
the
reason,
thing about this sorcerer is it is coded for him to spawn enemies no matter what. We have done plenty of testing on that sorcerer to kill him before he does his animation for it, but he will always spawn these enemies no matter what we do.
alright, and I now have my max reload speed for my bow, as well as just max damage off my skill tree, as well as I have upgraded to max arrow capacity. So now at this point, I am actually going to be starting to upgrade an ability that gives actually the entire party a headshot buff.
Yeah, which, since each time he upgrades it is giving every single one of us headshot damage, is extremely helpful.
Oh, okay. I thought I wrote that.
Yeah, I hit him and made him explode on you. I do apologize. Alright, our boys are coming to open the gate for us. And we will be entering a little mini-boss section, sort of.
Well, this isn't a mini-boss. This is the game's version of an escort mission. Go for it, Slade!
Yes, what's gonna happen is, enemies are just gonna spawn on either side of the staircase here. And our job is basically just wreck them and protect Elegant and Olo here from getting hit. So we're just gonna deal with them, and then they're gonna spawn on either side. They spawn on my side, by the way.
So yeah, in
They're
short...
gonna spawn on either side, and yeah, we're gonna wreck them again.
Escort missions! We love them!
Okay,
Then they spawn on the other side. If we wreck them, I'll put the stragglers. No. And then what's going to happen after this is they're going to spawn on both sides, and then a troll will spawn. So.
One got through.
Got it.
One got through my side.
Oh, my axe was not a good weapon here. So yeah, that's one of the struggles with this run, is a lot of it comes down to the RNG of what weapons you get.
Alright, what side's the trolls going on?
This side, my side?
I got it. I got 6 feathers.
Yep, I'm going to the side, guys. So, the RNG for the weapons can become really important as to just how unfortunate your luck can be. And so yeah, we've now finished up our escort mission. We're just going to go through this short little cutscene here.
Will you depart for your...
No, lady.
And we will be soon entering the Citadel. Well, we'll be going into our first boss fight of the run.
Yep.
So the boss coming up is called Tharzog. He is a much stronger captain. And he has an ability to give every ally around him increased health and increased damage for a pretty much permanent duration until they die. So he will be doing that during the fight, and you can tell that if they have this by a red tint around their around their head. So we're immediately going to start unloading on him, putting arrows into him as fast as we can, and he's going to come jump at me because... And I'm going to not quite get the execute off. And hero mode's finally going to activate. Me and Slade are going to co-op strike him, and then we're going to worry about the horde of enemies around us. And that is going to be our first boss dead.
Co-op damage gets really OP. So yeah, that's already our first boss, and now we just sit through this nice long dialogue because Belaram yeeted himself off to go chase after Agendour, the big bad evil guy who we will fight later on. But
so
then
basically, Agendour slipped away. We need to go check up on some other people, so we're gonna go check on them.
Yep, we're going back to my ranger home, and oh my goodness, I just looked over at Texas's screen to see that Andrio has no head, and that's really funny.
I know, I saw that too!
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier.
And so now here we're going to do our cell glitch again. Because this, we're in our second hub world. And our hub worlds, if we were to be trying to go and do all of our quests and stuff, we could do them that way. And then, but now we just go and, sorry, I do that a lot.
I know.
And now we can just sell up a lot, and as you can see right now, with my shield, since I have 129, I'm getting like 3 times that much per second by doing the double cell glitch, so I'm already up to 25,000.
Also, I got the best RNG.
Cool, I also got my slow bow.
Cool, I'm gonna be here a little bit longer.
Yeah, we know.
So take your time.
Yeah, I'm gonna even take some time to look for a better chest piece. Ooh, that one's really good, but it requires some stamina, so I'm just gonna take that one. Oh, and then so yeah, we have to kind of wait for Slade to catch up on some items. So I'm going through and just dropping some random items that I just know I will not be using, and it helps to prevent my inventory from filling up.
All right, I'm good.
Yeah, and so we're just on Slade here, trying to wait since he had a lot of catching up to do due to the disconnect at the very start of the run.
Yeah. I should be back. I should be good now. Should be all caught up with you.
Yeah, since you're able to completely do cell glitch by staff, armor, and you should be all caught up now. The only thing you're a little bit lacking on is potions.
Yeah. But I should be okay with that.
Yeah, you used to at least have all 3 of us, so.
Were made by the fathers of men in the depths of time.
So now we're at the Barrow Downs, which is the Barrow Downs. It's essentially a way for this game to kind of bring out sort of the darker / horror side of Middle Earth, kind of similar to like the Past of the Dead and the Return of the King. Only because this game was the whole point of the game was to kind of make a take on more of a intense side of Middle Earth. It's, in my opinion, kind of scarier than the Past of the Dead, but I also grew up playing the Return of the King games, so yeah, what's going to be happening first is Slade and Texas are going to be taking these 2 mobs of enemies, and then I'm running forward here to now go and fight this wonderful undead troll. And so I'm just going to start unloading it, and I got some really weird glitch where I did 3 shots in a singular second.
That's a nice glitch.
Already killed 1 troll. And the nice part is when I start doing headshots, I'm doing like 12 to 1300 damage. As well as just doing some wonderful Dark Souls style gameplay where I'm dodge rolling everything. I actually want to do strength here and grab my first headshot bonus. The reason why I want strength is because then I can use this sword. Alright, so yeah, these enemies here that are these little, like, skeleton mobs, we have a really funny story with them. So there was one day where we were talking about getting caribou coffee, and we were just cracking jokes and stuff, and the moment that one of the little smaller mob skeletons was charging at me, Texas yells out, "Yas, queen!" And so ever since then, these enemies have just been referred to as Yas queens. We don't, and it just kind of stuck.
Yeah, so...
Not that we regret it at all.
Oh, absolutely not.
Only a little bit.
You gotta remember, I'm known for being a popsicle in the Midwest Speedfest community. So, like...
That's true.
Something like Yas Queens is, like, just not really that surprising. Also, can I please, with the mention of me being a popsicle, can I please see some Zojalyx in chat? That would make me really happy. And if you guys...
You've gone dark side.
And if you guys want an explanation for that, I can do so at some point during the run. Actually, now wouldn't even be a bad time to do it. LOL.
No, because right now we're just kind of...
Yeah. So, for the Zojalyx meme and how that started, it was Midwinter Speed Sprinter 2019. Oh man, way back in the days of live events. Rest in peace. And one runner by the name of the Oblivinator was running Pikmin, and he had his thing where he always had root beer for his runs, and for people who wanted to watch his runs. And during the event, we had a snowstorm, and so I ended up leaving early so that way I could get back home before the snowstorm. And, oh, actually, I'm gonna hold the story for just a second because we're on our first mini-boss for this level, a barrel wipe. It's gonna spawn, and we're gonna immediately start shooting it. We want to kill it really quickly, and that's phase 1 already done. And it's now going to teleport to this right side. And the way that this boss functions is what it does is it spawns, comes up, brings all these floating rocks, and then it spawns some enemies. But if we kill it really quickly, we can actually advance the phase before it spawns enemies and actually does anything. So therefore, the boss is now killed really, really, really fast. So anyway, back to the root beer story. So yeah, I ended up having, we had like a little mini party in the stream room Thursday night, And so after I had left, it was Saturday night, it was his run, I was already back at home, and he was like, there's root beer if anybody wants, and I was like, I had mine on Thursday, so I'm good. In which he responded with, you're not even here, you popsicle. And I was really confused as to where he came up with that. And so during his run, I donated, and I was like, basically, you know, actually being nice, and was like, good luck on the run, you know, it was fun to be there, wish a snowstorm didn't literally make me leave, and I was like, good luck on the run, you popsicle, and he responded with, that would be exactly what a popsicle would say. And so, then, I donated again at the end to meet an incentive. I don't remember exactly what incentive I was meeting. And I went to donate, and he was just like, we had another donation from Zojalyx, and he's like, oh, the popsicle. Which then, Gooby, being the man that he is, photoshopped my face onto a popsicle. In which the Zojalyx meme was born.
Bless his soul. Bless you, Gooby.
Yours good.
Holy cow, that was a lot of talking there for me.
Yeah.
That was a compelling story. Thank you very much.
Amazing people tolerate your voice still.
It's amazing this it's amazing this community still wants me back with how much I keep talking.
I know.
I know. We're surprised that anyone can put up with it.
Also, yeah, so in case you guys didn't get that by those last comments, War in the North co-op runs just turned into, okay, how much can we bully Zojalyx in a matter of 2 hours?
And he keeps going back. I just don't get it, man.
I know. Hey, I can actually do this one.
Nice.
So we're going to be entering our second barrow white fight here. And it's the same idea. Shoot it in the face, smack it with the big stick.
Yep. This one, for some reason, is a little weird, because, also we killed it before its health bar even popped up.
So it's a little weird because right here, if you watch my screen, if it's just the right spot, I can start hitting it while it was still in the ground.
I did that too.
For some reason, I'm the only one who can't do it. Weird.
And there's our second mini boss of the Barrow Downs done.
Slade, you were just kind of sliding up the stairs while holding your staff. It was really funny.
Also, I do gotta point out Bigelow's comment from earlier that Slade's stream, his recording, is basically just a unregistered replay cam.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's pretty great. Oh, also with the echo, the one really funny thing about the echo is when we're in a cave, the game makes the sound reverberate. It's really entertaining.
Oh, it's the greatest thing ever.
And
I can have so much fun with it.
yeah, so what we're going to be doing here is if you look up at my screen, I'm running up over to the left while Texas Warrior and Slade are running over to the gate. Because I'm going to come over here and grab this ancient key, and now that I got the key, they can open the gate!
Yeah, so we just open the gate and we run ahead into the next fight. That way we can get set up, since none of those enemies back there are important to progressing the game. So we're just gonna run on by once we get this gate open and start this fight here.
Also, I see the comment about bullying Zojalyx into a speedrun. I actually was the one who got both of them into this run, so...
Yeah, so hold your tongue.
So I actually bullied them into the run.
You bullied me into the run.
Okay, me and Zoj bullied Slade into the run. That's really what happened.
Yeah, well, Zoj, but yeah.
Like,
I bullied Slade into speedrunning.
That too.
Yeah. So, really what it came down to is me and Zoj like talked about, like, you know, doing a run together at some point anyways. And we're just like, yeah, let's do War in the North. It's like, okay, I'll just buy it and we can do that. And so it's kind of mutual. No one was really bullied into it.
And then we realized that in order for the game to be really optimal, we needed 3 players versus 2 players and an AI. And so then we were like, Slade, you need to buy this game. And he was like, no. And then I was like, I'll buy it for you. And then he was like, okay, fine.
Yeah, because I wasn't going to be buying anything.
So I bought Slade the game just so he could do this run.
So what basically Zoja's saying is I hate Slade.
Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
He just loves to hate me.
Wait, I'm already level 9? That seems real fast.
What?
Host advantage.
I'm like halfway through 8.
Yeah, same.
Even though I pretty much lost this 1 level behind you guys.
Oh yeah, that was our 3rd barrel wipe, by the way. They're suckers.
It's me, mate. How did you
Yeah.
open this book? I recall
We don't know why. They just die. It's great.
That's what we intended.
Yeah, that's one of the interesting things when watching like a solo run of this game versus a co-op run. You do so much more damage having 3 people who can spec into their own abilities versus just 2, or just 1 even. And so, like, as of right now, which I know it can go down even more, but as of right now, co-op is about 20 minutes faster than solo. Alright, we got one more mob fight here. Oh yeah. But that's just speedrunning.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, finding another mob here. And that person that we had talked to is one of the rangers that had gone missing in this area.
Sure.
And we had been sent to go find them. Well, that guy was there. Where's his buddy? Where's his friend? Whatever happened to him? Well, you see, you know those barrel whites? Well, one of them just got unconscious and took a little nap. This other guy, well, he is now part of the barrel whites. He has now become a barrel white forward. So he's a little cranky and is going to dive across here and try and attack us.
But because co-op damage, we can take out half his health in the first phase here. But yet, for some ridiculous reason, the game locks this fight into 3 phases.
Yeah, so if we had max damage, max everything, we have not found a way to skip it from being 3 phases. So the reason you'll see us standing behind these pillars is in between each phase, he spawns a mob, he comes out, we beat him up, and then he does 3 AoE attacks on the ground that are blocked by the pillars. So we don't want to get hit. We don't want to take free damage. We don't want to help the AI beat us. So we're just going to go tuck away behind the pillars while he does his earthquake attack. We're going to clear the mob, and he's going to come show his happy little head again. And we're going to immediately dunk on him.
I need arrows.
What are arrows?
Oh, shoot. So you see what happens when you aren't behind the pillar.
Yeah.
Ow.
I just did too. I thought I had already done 3. Okay. So as you can see, it pushes you back and knocks you on your butt, as well as doing pretty hefty damage there. So even when you roll through that with your iframes, it will still do the damage regardless. So you won't get knocked back, but you'll still be damaged. So typically we just want to hide behind the walls and not have to deal with it.
Yo, I'm seeing some hype for Two Towers GameCube in the chat. That's a huge progress for me, considering that is my main speed game.
Mine is Shadow of Mordor, which is my main speed game. Zojalyx has gotten me into Two Towers, and I've been doing runs of that as well. And we've been doing races of that, which always come out with me losing, but you know.
Alright, I'm prepared to DC again.
So, you say that, but watch, this will be the one time you don't.
This will be the one where it doesn't happen. I would laugh so hard. So yeah, we did this really funny glitch where for some ridiculous reason, whenever we hit Rivendell, Slade DCs. We don't really know why.
I didn't DC!
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We knew this was gonna happen!
Hey, he DC'd at the beginning of the game. He already took care of it.
Oh my
gosh. Computer too! So...
It cannot be that
Hey, you know,
I should've
it's because you
told
have no face. You have no face, so you don't DC.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Oh my gosh, that's
Oh,
so
wait, I'm just
funny.
waiting for it to show up on stream there. Oh my
We
gosh.
were ready for the DC, and then it didn't happen.
No worries, we come back here a second time, so...
Hey, I don't lose my level or anything. I'm okay with that. I actually get to shop here, so...
That's true.
I'm okay
and
with that.
Yeah,
like, that's
actually, you get the
really
shop, which
nice.
is huge.
Because
I don't get to shop here very often.
Yeah, and Rivendell has a crap ton of really good items.
Yeah, Rivendell has some of the best items in the entire game.
Cool, I
It's
got
usually-
both my enchanted sword and my really good bow.
Wow. I got a really good bow, but not the best one, and I got not the best weapon, but I got a fiery axe that's better than the one I have. I did not get my electric sword, which makes me sad.
Oh, I did.
Gambit, how is Slade making your life difficult?
What?
Constantly DCing, that's how.
Probably.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's alright. That's all about War in the North.
But
Alright,
anyways,
so now we're
You wanna go
going
for it?
into the... Oh, yeah, no, actually, wait. This is your region. We're in the Edmoors.
alright. We're entering the Ettenmoors, and in this area, there is a lot of combat that is localized to certain areas. While, yes, there is people all over the place, as you will see us be running past them, we only really need to kill the people that are in specific areas. So, our invisible Slade will, in later area, be left behind, so we can fight the people and not have to worry about any of the people that are going to come up behind us.
Slade, are you
Well-
wearing a chest piece right now?
Yes.
Not currently.
Oh, it's not? Oh, that explains why your chest is invisible, too.
Alright, also, yeah, we had an enemy there that we call Tharzog wannabes. They're basically an orc chieftain. They do the same exact thing as Tharzog, only they just don't have a health bar. Hence why they're Tharzog wannabes. And we already killed it, because with the shop glitch, we're able to buy all these insanely good items. So now we're doing about 3,000 damage per fight.
Yeah.
Or at least for me, I'm doing 3,000 damage per charged headshot, rather than my 1,500 that I was doing before.
As well as one of the things that I did not yet mention, which is my big power spike in the run is at level 9. I get an explosive arrow that I can fire that does mass AoE damage, and is the way that we take out many hordes. So I will basically be spamming this ability every single second that I am able to throughout the run. It is the reason that even when...
Oh shoot, you got a spawn off.
Yeah, he did, because I wasn't able to hit him. Slade was body blocking me.
Sorry.
But even when we are getting swarmed by goblins, trolls, anything else, that we have some level of sanctity is some way to avoid it.
Oh yeah, and that's another troll dead, by the way.
Yeah, and as you can see, our damage thanks to shop glitch and because of us leveling up
Greetings, my friend.
is
that you,
very
LotR?
quickly scaling.
How is it that you...
We are able to
Listen,
take out things
a
like
stone
earlier in the run that would
Oh,
take us a
they
minute
seldom are.
plus
Why, a
to
threat
take
the
care of.
Your
Now
aid
we're
would be
killing in
mo-
under 15 seconds.
Oh yeah, and we're reuniting with our good friend, eagle friend Belaram. So yeah, all throughout
So
the Barrow Downs, we didn't have great feathers, but now they're become very useful again.
So during the Barrow Downs, basically we had talked to Belaram when we left Fornos, and he said, "Hey man, I need to go check on my eagle friends. I'll be back in a bit. If we meet up again, neat." And so basically when we left the Barrow Downs and came to the Etten Moors, we actually came to the location where Belaram and his people are.
Wow,
So
it's
Belaram's
almost like that's plot.
So it's like, hey,
Wait, Slade, when are you going
Where?
to start fighting?
Right here.
Ah, okay.
okay. So
I've come right here,
basically,
so I don't have to run this far.
what happened is Belaram was just like, "Hey, I'm back. I was in the area. What are y'all doing here?" Essentially.
He's like, hey, I'm hunting a stone giant. What are you guys up to? And we're like, oh, we're just told to Jay chill. Oh, you're hunting a stone giant? Cool, we'll help you out.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, y'all are still hunting Agendour? I don't remember him being over here. But hey, y'all want to help us with a stone giant? Because he's kind of been a pain in our keister for a while.
Alright, and that sorcerer is now dead. Oh yeah, so for this fight, while we're, Slade is doing what we call dummy duty, and that is very much a term of endearment, because what Slade is doing is, there's all these optional mobs that are off to the side, and they become really, and a troll, yes, and they
Our
become
troll
the
just
absolute
moving up this way.
worst. Oh, cool, the gate body blocked my heavy shot. Ah!
There they come!
It's fine, the troll will be dead here soon. Troll's
So
dead.
basically, troll's dead. Let's go, 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 go.
Come on, buddy! Nice. So yeah, Slade distracts all those mobs that are optional, while Texas and I, who do the primary source of damage, kill everything else. And then once that troll is dead, we can then keep going.
So basically, as you can see there, we tell him to start running this way when the troll spawns. That way he can get to the door by the time we kill it. And he also kept off all those guys that are going to be abusing us if they were to come spend some time with us. So Slade keeping all of them back there is actually so insanely important there, because otherwise it will take like a minute or more of extra time just because of them showing up, because you won't be able to tell which enemies you need to kill and which ones are not important.
And so
Here we are just running past everything, because when we get to this little gate here, it will shut behind us and cut off us from all the enemies behind us and start us into the next little fight here.
maybe.
The gate close behind
Oh, there we go. Which, sorcerer, oh yeah, he's dead. And I dropped that archer over there, and then we have all these guys, which I'm actually saving my arrows, because I'm only down to 18. I really don't want to use them all.
Alright. Missed a few.
Oh, I just looted all those
Now we
items.
can go through the door.
We can move on now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
just
buy
accidentally
yours
bought a
here.
random helmet.
Ugh, the stench here is difficult to endure.
So in this section,
Surely this
Zoj is going to
is-
run ahead of both me and Slade, since he does the most single target damage. So he's going to be trying to get to the troll up ahead, while me and Slade take care of all these stragglers that he's going to run past. Since you do have to kill every single enemy in this cave, which can
Oh,
be
You're good.
pain, especially with a sorcerer and a troll in here.
Blasted archers.
That can really put a damper on things.
Watch out for the troll!
So you'll see me just spamming my explosive shot as much as I can, especially when there's all of these groups of enemies. since it is hitting for about 2,000 a shot right now.
I'm just that sword guy off me. I cannot get onto the troll. Ow! Alright. Now the other enemies have stopped paying attention to me, I can now just focus on the troll. Nope. Cool.
Troll's down. Is that all of them? Okay, that's all the enemies. Go.
At last.
Alright, so we got one more mob fight here, and then we're going into our main boss. This mob fight can be really sketch because a lot of enemies come out at once. Also, there's another sorcerer. Quick headshot, his head explodes, and he dies.
So up here at the top, though, there's another Tharzog wannabe, and the problem with him is he ramps, as I said earlier, can ramp up the damage of all of his allies, which makes this fight really sketchy, because all of them getting the health and damage buff can make it really hard for us to take care of all of them quickly, and can really hurt us, even giving them the potential to down us in this fight. And I'm gonna, and as soon as the shaman's dead, we can go through the door. So that went really smoothly there.
That did go insanely well.
Actually being able to get on top of everything there. We took care of the horde very, very quickly, and then I was able to get a hold of the sorcerer before he spawned, meaning that we could just rush through is much quicker than we normally are able to.
Yeah, and now we're going into our main boss fight, Bargasar, and I will let Slade explain that.
So yeah, as stated before, basically we're coming to search for a giant stone giant, basically. And this is basically the fight that we're gonna take him in. So basically, we're just gonna use Belaram to our advantage here. All three of us have great feathers. We're just gonna abuse the crap out of him.
Hey, guess who doesn't have feathers?
You don't have feathers. Well, Texas and I have feathers, so we're gonna abuse the crap out of him. But the feathers take so long to actually, you know, regenerate back, so we just shoot him back and forth. But yeah, Belaram takes a good chunk out of it, and until then, we just kind of shoot him until great feathers are ready. And whenever it's ready, we just call him Belaram again. Boom, another. Oh, I don't think that did. But then there's just Texas at the very bottom.
I got him.
I rolled and it still hit me. Weird.
Spent so much time on the ground.
Alright, so here we do have the option to crit him. We actually don't want to crit him because it takes time for him to fall on the ground. And when he falls, it's bad.
So when he falls, he gets iframes, where we cannot do anything to him at all. And so we want to avoid that. We don't do the crit there, and we let Belaram take care of him, meaning that we're just able to get rid of him and not have to deal with him anymore.
Well, Elrond half-elven.
You also thought
Belaram has.
And then while we're waiting for the proceed option to come up, I do a little bit of menuing and make some adjustments to my gear in case I pick up anything good.
Very well. Unless Belaram, I too have a. So be it. Armanel, Baron. Now we are grateful for your.
Then we go back.
And now
to
we are going back to Rivendell.
And this is where I'll BC.
Let's find out.
This would be really funny if you don't.
You return at last. Clear.
He did.
He was
He did.
attacking the.
with the help of the
That was well done.
All right, let's get to Gundabad and then
That's Agendaur.
reset.
Then we.
Do you think it is
So
possible?
the thing we figured out on how to best recover from this is basically remake the lobby and rejoin back in. Because sometimes it just won't let me rejoin for some weird reason. So.
And we have no idea what it is with Rivendell specifically, that it always wants to make Slade just DC.
Yep. It doesn't matter. I'm gone at Rivendell pretty much 8 times out of 10. So.
Yeah, so I'm going to be coming here, skipping this cutscene so that way the game saves. And then I quit out the game, which then sets us up to now remake the lobby. The lobby is reopened, and I just sent some invites.
Texas, you going first?
I'm in. Slade's echo stopped. Yeah, it's like he, disconnected from the game.
I know, it's like I wasn't in game to do it anymore. And now the echo's back. Sucks to be me. Back. Or you guys, because you have to hear my voice twice.
But anyways, we're going to be loading back in here.
Texas, you're echoing now.
Sick.
And this becomes now also the longest load screen in the game for some ridiculous reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, whichever one after we back out and try and load back in, it always takes the longest of any other load screen. Because it's basically trying to reload everything that we had, reload the world, and it just... The game kind of breaks a little bit when we do this. And so hopefully it won't take too much longer, but usually takes 30 seconds to a minute, or potentially more sometimes.
Okay, it shouldn't take this long.
This is how long it took when we tested it. It's really unfortunate because this load sucks.
No, it only actually worked after Texas quit and came back in.
Yeah.
So we might have to do that, question mark? A lot of this run, unfortunately, like, we have as far as, like, gameplay stuff figured out. Now it's figuring out how we can navigate the clunky tech issues of the run. Alright, somebody's got to back out. This has taken 3 minutes so far.
I'm closing it out.
Alright, now it's go ahead, throw it over if there are any donations or anything real quick while we're figuring this out. Actually, no, I say that, and now we're in the game.
Let's hope those flying beasts are too occupied with the eagles to notice us.
We can hope their eyes are less keen than those of our eagle friends.
Alright, so Texas will be coming back in here pretty quickly. But in the meantime, I am very low on arrows, so I have to be extremely careful. But in the meantime, we're just going to be killing things. Texas should be able to come back in pretty quickly. Yeah, so he's loading in, and he has now rejoined us. Texas, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
I just let you speak.
Everybody just went super... Nobody said anything.
I'm also trying to give you a small little bit of a panic attack.
Please don't.
Yeah. And so for this run, we're going to be doing a lot of split tactic fighting. So right now, we're just killing all of the enemies. Oh, that's not a... Okay. Also, I've now gone from doing 3,300 to 4,000 on my headshots.
They seem to be searching for something. Well, it can't be us. We've only just arrived, and they're heading the other way.
But what then are they looking for? These are
And so now what we're doing is we're running two sides now. I'm running on the left side. Texas and Slade are running on the right. And there's some enemies here that I'm going to be fighting. But for the most part, our focus is on the trolls. Like, I take out my little boys here on the side, and then I will help out.
My controller gave up bug for a second, so I got yeeted.
Wow, this is quite the glitched run. Oh.
Yeah, especially since I keep standing up and then falling back over again.
Come now, Wolf. There are still foes to defeat.
Hi, there's a troll on me. You're cute. So as you can see, I'm fighting this troll, and it's a lot of Dark Souls style stuff when fighting enemies. It's like hit, dodge roll, hit, dodge roll. And then when my heavy shot is cooled down enough, I just drop it.
Alright, Slade4109 gets the cutscene. Hey, Slade has a face again, I'm sad.
Aww, aren't we all?
Darn. Rip Slade's gone face. But yeah, this overall is a really good run. I know that it's chock full of tech issues. Like, if it didn't have all of these DC issues, the run would be really, really good. Swag kill.
But most likely that'll be the last time any of us DC.
You just jinxed it, my dude.
I said most likely, not 0% chance.
Yeah, you just jinxed it, man.
Whatever.
I agree. You just jinxed it.
You know what? I'm trying to be positive here. and I'm getting crap for it. Okay.
Thank you, Big Law, I appreciate it.
No problem.
Hey, Slade, you even said yourself, low standards.
That's true.
What,
So you're
is this
going-
love life?
You're going against your own philosophy of life.
You know what? Yes. I got, and I was gonna go inside. I'm gonna take care of this right here.
Another troll!
I didn't have collision.
Yeah.
Come on, face me.
Rolled straight through it before the troll even got here.
Ah! Wasted a feather for that.
Yeah, you definitely wasted your feather there, boss.
I know I did. Come on.
Why, is your troll already dead?
No. Someone didn't even hit him.
Hey, nice, I did 4,020 damage on
I'm
my
not
troll.
gonna waste another feather. Do I have to take care of this troll?
Slade, start leashing inside.
Yeah, just leave him in here, because we already killed everything.
Cool, go.
He's dead.
Trolls are a danger to all.
You had him, like, really close to being dead, but you know...
Hey, you told me to run.
If there's an entrance here,
Yeah,
it'll be nearby.
I know, you need to run inside anyway, so it's fine.
Alright. I thought you were criticizing me for that.
We always criticize you.
No worries, I love you, Slade. I won't criticize you too much.
Ahead.
Yeah, too much.
What are they doing? Studying.
I said that correctly.
Look,
I know.
Drop him. Ooh, 4,400.
Keep going, yeah.
I don't know. Oh, I was literally gonna say I don't know where my sledge boy went, and then he's literally trying to poke me in the butt.
Yeah, fellowship attack!
Door. And now we are entering Gundabad. So yeah. My mind just went blank, I'm gonna be honest.
Good job.
But in this area, basically, the orcs have started overwhelming the dwarves.
Why are you here?
And they have come back to try and destroy their own city to make it where they don't get to keep it.
oh, he can't tell us.
But there may be more.
Yes.
Hey Slade, somebody's catching on to your name.
It pains me to leave fallen
What?
dwarves to these accursed
Somebody caught on to your name.
But we have no choice.
Although not directly Teen Titans, but same difference.
Same character. That's actually where I got the name from. So,
Teeming, a corpse of once great
he's pretty spot on that one.
In marring the works of others.
But if you're Slade, then why are you Larry Boy on Discord?
These caverns.
Hey, okay, hold on a minute. That is not Larry Boy, first of all.
I mean, Larry Boy Pirate Edition.
That is not Larry Boy.
Oh
that is Larry the Cucumber. And there is a difference.
Same character.
So, there actually is a really funny inside story with that. I think I was watching a VeggieTales movie, and for most of you guys, you can see on Slade's Discord that his thing says his status is stealing your rhubarb. Because I jokingly saw that picture, I paused the VeggieTales movie, saw that Larry was making that face, and sent it to Slade on Snapchat with the caption, Mr. Studio Rhubarb.
No, we were watching it in your apartment, paused it at that moment, and then I took the picture.
No, I took the picture.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No,
I 100% did.
Nah, no way.
And either way, was just one of the funniest moments of my life, because I did a play on Mr. Stereo Girl with Mr. Stereo Rhubarb. In other words, I'm a sad child. We're sad children who are 20-year-old boys, men, and still watch VeggieTales. Which, actually, you can't judge me, though. You can't judge me for that, though, because at Midwinter Speed Sprinter 2019, I did run VeggieTales Larry Boy and the Bad Apple at a fest event, and I will do it again.
No, you won't, because no one will accept you.
Bet. I've actually submitted the Larry Boy to 2 marathons, like, within the last week.
This is what after hours of marathon looks like at 100% of your
So, I could very much be back on the Larry Boy grind.
There must be some mechanism to control this gate.
Because that game is actually a dope speed game. Alright! Ow! I fell over.
I was in menu when that happened.
Alright, Slade, this is your part.
Alright, so, as many of you might have noticed, there are certain times where we roll over a ledge. The reason behind this is that it kind of skips a little like drop down animation. However, there are certain points where you can still do the roll, but it'll still do the animation no matter what. Up here is such case where we're going to roll over a ledge to kind of go towards a door to avoid us having to go around halfway. As Texas just did there. Boom, done. And I know it's going to be delayed for me. Anyway, so we're going to come around this corner, and
I'm doing it right now.
Go off there, yep. Yeah, they didn't, when they were doing this two-person, they did not know you could actually do that. And then I just kind of YOLO'd and did it, and boom. And if you do it right, you can still actually skip the landing animation.
A trick that we have now called...
5 runs, and could not get to work and not be able to do it at all. And then Slade, the very first run he joins us.
No, it was the second one. It was the second run.
No.
It was the second run.
The second run that he plays with us, he just goes and yeets himself and it saves us 10 to 15 seconds.
A trick that we have now donned, the salad roll.
And that is another joke entirely.
Yes, and also you'll see right there that I fired an explosive arrow at the wall. This is to get a fast roll spawn because it is based off of the number of goblins that we have killed in this little area. So me shooting that wall there and killing about 5 of them all at once makes it where we can spawn in the troll a little bit sooner than if we waited for them. So little strat that we deem fast roll. Oh boy, Zojalyx is dropping all of his money. Let's rob him.
I got hit by something. Well,
there's a sledge. To be fair, I think it was a sledge.
it was something. I got hit by it while I was in the menu, so no idea.
Alright, they're all dead. Alright, so right here, we have one single enemy we need to kill before the next load screen. He is this one guy that I just shot in the face. He's another Tharzog wannabe.
2065.
And he is already dead. From one explosive shot and one charge shot, he goes down.
More fallen dwarves. We must be close. You won't find out standing here.
All right. So we are now inside Gundabad. We are now doing our auto stroller with the weapons. Basically, me and Zojalyx will be on the lovely crossbow ballista turrets, while Slade keeps them more towards the middle of the screen and protects Rumi and Nordri. So this is a wonderful time for Big Law to read out some donations, since we will be here for about 8 minutes.
And since this is a spot where I've noticed that we haven't had many donations, you guys should be donating. This is a really cool cause, and you should definitely be donating to support more stuff, because it's awesome.
Yeah, like Zojalyx said, this is an excellent cause, Sweet Relief. Just raising funds for those working in the music industry, musicians, and just those who've been affected by COVID-19, and it's just a fantastic cause. Please donate. We got some awesome incentives coming up. You know, Snow Bros with Sombrero %. We just had a bid war open up for Shantae, Half Genie Hero, for the costume choice. So you can choose between the beach costume, the jammies, the ninja costume, or the officer costume. So if you want to have your choice in that, then you should donate and put your bid towards that.
Yeah, so...
Also...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
I was just...
I was...
You're good, you're good.
You okay. I was gonna plug the Nintendo Switch giveaway, !point giveaway in the chat. Single donations of $50 or more throughout Saturday and Sunday will allow you to be entered to win one of 2 Nintendo Switch consoles. But there are some stipulations. You must be 18 or older, have a valid email address, and a U.S. shipping address in order to have the Nintendo Switch be sent to you. Make sure you're logged into Spinner.com when you're donating, so BGMCon can contact you. So yeah, just type giveaway and !point giveaway in the chat to read more information about that.
Yeah. So just kind of like wanted to remind you guys, as TexasWarrior and I are using these ballistas. Throughout the entirety of the game, we use our controllers just because menuing and doing a lot of the abilities and stuff just becomes a lot easier, and you can't actually do cell glitch on keyboard and mouse. And so we use our controllers. But then when we're aiming with the ballistas, we actually put our right hand on our mice to aim the ballistas a lot faster. A nice little quality of life improvement, because rather than aiming using your right stick and right trigger where you have terrible sensitivity, you then turn to an FPS Pro and you use your mouse to shoot things, and Slade runs around and kills things.
Yep.
Also, you guys need to donate for that sombrero incentive, because, like, I'm a broke college kid, so I really can't. But, like, I really want to see somebody wear an illegally large sombrero during a run. So, like...
No, didn't we have one of those camp that was falling apart?
Yeah, but we threw it away. Because, like, I can't imagine... Like, I just think about how amazing that's gonna look. So please get your donations in for that. That would make me very, very happy.
Yeah, and just as a little bit of info for y'all in chat, that incentive for sombrero percent is $120, and that'll be for the Snow Bros run happening at well, it's just on the schedule at 10:04 a.m. I mean 9:04 that's Central. But we're running a little bit ahead of schedule, so maybe around like 8:30. So So you still have some time before that, so be sure to get those donations. And if you want, while you're donating, you could just, I don't know, tell us your favorite Lord of the Rings thing, you know, favorite meme. Like, one does not simply run War in the North without having Slade DC. Like, that's a good one.
Not wrong.
That is my new favorite War in the North meme ever. Thank you so much for that, Woodlaw.
But okay.
What?
I couldn't quite hear what he said.
He said one does not simply run War in the North without Slade DCing.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, can we get like a $5 donation train with some of your best, even if it's not War in the North memes, but just Lord of the Rings memes in general. Let's just get some, even if it's a $1 donation, I just want to hear some Lord of the Rings memes coming from you guys.
And then there's just my favorite Lord of the Rings meme. It's still the video of Gandalf just bobbing his head to the sex fellow from
Gandalf, the epic sax guy. Slade, I think you need to explain this story with you and that specific thing.
What? Yeah, okay. So, I have done that. If you have seen the meme where people just kind of come into a room and there are a bunch of screens everywhere, and it's just all over the screens. I have done that in my house multiple times. The first time I did it, I was actually living on a campsite, and so we were in our actual home, and I just kind of confiscated my friend's laptop, used my TV, my phone, and my own laptop, and just spread them out to different areas of the house, at least downstairs, and just blasted them as loud as I could go. And yeah, it took a while to actually sync them all, but I got them all synced, and for about 3 hours, mind you, this is 3 hours of just listening to the same thing over and over. For 3 hours, I was just listening to all of that. And then, yep, so yeah, doing stuff all at the same time. It was amazing. My roommates hated me for it. Anyway, so fast forward to about maybe a month ago. I got bored. I have access to more screens in a bigger house. So I decided, what the heck, I'll do it again. So I used about 5 different screens throughout the entire house, blasted them as loud as I could, and I have them both up on my TikTok account, actually, if you want to go watch that. But yeah, it's kind of plug into the TikTok here. Anyway, so yeah, I just kind of blasted, I had them in my room, hot tub room, living room, theater room, and on my phone somewhere. But yeah, that's I have fun with that, and I had that going for maybe about 5 hours.
So welcome.
Crazy.
A little.
Yeah, if you haven't already known.
You are most welcome.
Anyways, welcome to Wardenbad.
A dwarf homeland. Texas is really happy now. We're in the home of its people.
He appeared.
Yeah, you know, all my short little people with beards, which, sorry you can't see that. I understand there's 3 of us and we can't really fit our faces on there, but, you know, I get to finally be with my people.
They say...
And we cannot allow...
Agreed.
And this is why I play the dwarf character.
Who is Radagast?
Skip.
Texas is because we just blindly picked the character when we first started running, and I've stuck with it ever since.
I was gonna say, Texas looks a lot cavier than I remember.
Also, remember second option, boys.
I know.
Good bow.
I'm just gonna buy. I'm not
Very
gonna
good bow.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, heck yeah!
No good swords. Oh, jeez.
I just found the greatest bow ever. Not bow. Wow, staff.
I'll my strength to 22, and I'll be able to use this
Plus 3
word.
will, plus 3 deep wounds damage, and it does so much more than that. Oh my gosh. This is the greatest staff ever.
Slade is very happy staff man.
I am very happy staff man.
Alright, so now we're gonna go and we're gonna fight the worst boss in the game, and that's Wolfrun. And the reason why he's the... Hello? And the reason why Wolfrun is the worst boss in the game is because he likes to teleport around all over the freaking place. He just doesn't stop teleporting for literally no reason. And so, like, he's going to be either teleporting, using his spells, or doing a crap ton of damage to us.
Yeah, which I did not get my leveling, so I'm doing that now.
That's fine.
We strike as one.
Where is he? Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
I
yes.
missed. I missed again.
Got him.
Nice. It's really good if we can get a stagger on him. Because that gives us more time where he doesn't then, Oh, of course.
One more shot, one more shot. Okay, so... Yeah, that's definitely the idea.
Well done. How far?
Wait, why is there a dragon there?
We will continue the search.
Because that's Wolfrun's faux beast.
I don't like the look of this Mirkwood.
I'm honestly more amazed that I'm just now noticing the dragon.
Why would Radagast choose to make his
It's not a dragon, it's a fell
They
beast.
say that Mirkwood
You know what?
always like this.
If it looks like a goose and it walks like a goose, it's a dragon.
Let's go. The warg that one hears is worth
Also,
Slade,
our
are you... Okay.
But where the warg howls, there are
64-64, can we get to 64-64 by the end of this run? Let's see it. That's a challenge to you guys.
an encampment of orcs.
Be watchful. The wargs have given away
64,
our
64? What?
Yes, I'm making that a challenge for Twitch chat, okay?
Let's just get 7 people to donate $8. I think we can do that.
Yeah, that's not hard.
We need cover from their arrows.
Donating isn't hard if you have a credit card.
Did you just, you literally just rhymed.
It's Arthur.
Is that?
Except it's not a library card. It's just a credit card.
Wow, they dropped a bow, and it's terrible.
I love when we play Slade's echo every time he says ow.
Ow.
See, it's not as funny when you do it.
Sometimes I still get hurt, okay?
Man, I got ice on the
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Alright, bye.
So, yeah, Mirkwood is it's a really short area, honestly.
But also really terrible.
What are these things?
Yeah, it's really short, but really hard to do well. I also just said really like 4 times, like I'm some sort of broken record or something.
Stutter much?
Did I stutter?
Yes, multiple times.
And now we're gonna kill a quick troll.
Fight me! That was fast.
Oh my goodness gravy.
What?
That was fast.
So, I've been keeping track of our splits, and we golded that by like 35 seconds.
Beware,
Yeah.
spiders!
So this is why Mirkwood sucks, because of these spiders. They're really small.
Arachnophobia, I highly suggest you turn away from the stream for a few moments.
Oh, except for this big guy. He's big. The other spiders are small, big spiders are big.
I mean, I think even big small spiders are pretty dang big. Comparatively.
Oh yeah.
And they hurt a lot.
And they're not very nice.
And I just whipped like 4 sword hits in a row, because there's a reason I'm an archer, not a swordsman.
Do we just leave Slade with enemies?
Yep.
Yes. But
We
it's
very
fine. I
much
got
did.
this. I got this. I got this.
See, and this is where we have a lot of mob fights, and we just have to do what we can to just pick at all of these.
Oh god, that hurt. Can you get off of me, sir?
Are you assuming a spider's gender?
Yes.
Good.
Servants of the enemy, beware!
Alright, door.
There we go.
We must be nearing Radagast's home.
Enemy archers!
Alright, so in this little section, we do not have to worry about any of the people shooting me in the face with arrows. We only have to worry about people in the ditch with us.
Oh, nice. I got a headshot on Sedgy Boy.
And I took his head off.
Ah? Oh, these archers are canceling my headshots. They suck.
Alright, that's cool. So we're gonna take out all the people in the trenches and just say no to the archers and leave. We don't want to deal with it. Now we're gonna sit in a mosh pit and just party with some spiders for a good little bit.
Yep. That basically is about as accurate to describe as to what is actually going on right now. And I literally have the worst armor right now.
Radagast, are you here?
This is probably my least favorite mob fight in the whole game because spiders are so unpredictable.
Yeah, so the problem with this fight is sometimes the spiders will... Basically, they will hide as they come down the tree and also take a very slow pathing. So it takes them forever to get to a point where you can actually kill them.
I've been trying to focus my heavy shots on the bigger spiders, but they keep juking me and then I hit a small spider for like 6,000, which is horrid overkill, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
It's a spider. There's no such thing as overkill.
That's also true.
While you're squashing those spiders, would I be able to take a moment to read something?
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Alright, we have $8 from the Toter saying, I'll start the $8 train. Let's get to 64.64.
Yo, thank you so much.
Let's hit that 64.64. How about it?
I definitely want to see that.
Radagast, are you here?
So also one of the things you see there is how there's one single spider still up on the tree that we had to wait for it to come down before the next phase would come. That's kind of what we're talking about when it comes to why this fight is so obnoxious. Is because sometimes spiders can just get stuck up top and you just have to wait on them.
Servants of the enemy, beware!
Grab his staff, go.
Over there.
So, yeah, that was the end of that fight. And now we're into the Woodland Marshes, which there's a cutscene to skip first. Aha!
So at this point, there's going to be a lot of works groups and the like just showing up to bully us. And we don't like being bullied. We're going to try and kill them. Who would have thought?
I know, right?
I mean, Zojalyx likes being bullied, but you know, he's into that.
I'm used to it. I don't know if into that is the proper terminology as much as used
Why
to
do you
it.
put up with it then?
Yeah.
Because I'm used to
You're
it.
not. Just because you're used to it doesn't mean you aren't into it.
Oh, we're making it sound so much worse than it actually is.
And in case you guys are curious, I don't really know why I actually hang out with these guys.
Like, he chose to be friends with us.
He definitely chose to be friends with me.
No, he definitely chose to be friends with me too.
No, I didn't have a choice. Your dad was basically my boss, so I just suck up to him somehow.
Not the first summer.
Your dad was still basically my boss.
Ow!
Is my bow seriously? Wow, this bow has terrible durability. So yeah, items have durability in this game. That's also a thing.
It appears as if they were dragging something. I fear it could be Radagast, but whether he was living or dead, I cannot say.
Bullseye!
Also, you will see that I'm like massively burning through health and power potions at this point in the run because I've just gotten a cooldown upgrade and for my explosive shots, and due to the just high amount of enemies here, I literally am just spamming it off of cooldown at all times, practically. Did we miss someone?
No, we're good.
No, it's good.
No, we're good. We're good.
Alright, so here, me and Zojalyx did this little run here for I don't know how many times, but a lot. And I noticed at the end, there's a little dialogue that says when the door opens, so when we can go through it. And so, you know, one run I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to run up ahead and set up at the gate and try and lure them in towards us. And when I did that, the dialogue right here that Andriel says went off. Which confused me. Well, turns out, instead of spending like 3 minutes fighting spiders, we can run past them all and just go. I was both happy and excited, but also depressed that it took us like 10, 15 plus runs to figure out.
It took a lot. It was really quite entertaining, not gonna lie. Alright, so now we're gonna go and we're gonna fight the boss in Mirkwood, and that's Sayanopera. And there's really not much special about her.
No.
What?
It definitely starts with an L.
Oh yeah. We couldn't remember her name, and Texas Warrior was just like...
Oh yeah.
We couldn't remember her name right off the bat, and Texas Warrior was like, oh, her name definitely starts with an L.
That was you!
No, it wasn't me!
Yes, it was!
It was not me!
It totally was!
It totally is not. Oh yeah, she's dead, by the way. That's the end of the fight.
And now we get a long cutscene of talking to Radagast and giving back his staff.
Roscobel, but no, Radagast.
Your boss said make friends with the kid or you're fired.
I am just glad we came. We're looking for the dragon.
And we have no time.
We were told you might. You wished. Wise or not?
Well, I haven't.
Okay, even if that was true back then, he still chooses to hang out with me, so... He still chooses to be friends with me. So again, it's on him.
Here. We also always lose this door.
Guys, are we gonna bring this back?
Maybe. Who knows? We'll figure it out.
The run's not dead. World record's technically not dead.
We are very close to them.
Through all of this, take that with a grain of salt.
No point in delaying. Let us hope dragons are less.
So welcome to the Grey Mountains. This is an area that, if our run hadn't died to this point, this will probably be where it dies. So the reason for that is this area has a lot of really annoying mob fights. Oh gosh, I'm also extraordinarily low on arrows, so I have to be really careful here.
Hey, Aesthetic, how do you know that we golded that split?
We've golded actually quite a few splits throughout the run.
We've golded the last 5 splits in a row, I will say that.
What? Oh yeah, I always forget your splits are off in comparison to mine. We go the Texas's last 5 splits. I frequently get confused as to who splits we gold. Okay, he's teetering.
Missed somebody. No, we didn't. Never mind.
Oh yeah, so these human sorcerers here that we fighting, that we fighting, they are particularly interesting because when they have actually a negative status effect that they can give you that reduces your damage resistance from melee attacks. Random factoid about these really, really annoying enemies. And so if they don't die right away, they just become the absolute worst thing on this planet because they can make it so that way you get killed right away. And especially since we're already pretty squish, we get real scared. It could be a little scary.
Ow, my face. Alright, so right here, we're actually going to split up. Zojalyx and Slade will stay down here with all of these enemies while I run ahead and run up the hill. Now, the reason we do this is because I have insanely good AoE damage, as we've discussed throughout the run. While Zojalyx and Slade are more single target. So what they do is they take out all the single targets down below, while I run ahead and just spam the explosive arrows as much as I can on all of these enemies up here to try and take them out as best as I can. And the reason I run up here by myself is to try and keep them grouped as well.
Yeah. Alright.
Yep.
And then I'm at a point now because of my arrow count where I'm going to be using some shots, but for the most part, I want to just be using my heavy shot because 6k damage is a lot nicer than one that's not 6k. And then while they kill this guy, I'm just going to buy pots and arrows.
And I'm going to be body blocked by the corpse and not be able to get in to buy pots and arrows.
Well, I was being body blocked by you guys for not being able to get out.
I was getting body blocked by a corpse.
And now I'm back to having a good chunk of arrows because I also got a lot of good drops here. No.
Dang, Slade's actually doing a lot of damage.
I got really good weapons this round. Like, this staff does like +3 ice or something. And like +20 power, so...
Yeah, usually you never do damage in general, so...
Well, your +20 power is only going to give you more mana. I need to kill this sword! Wow, I have not headshot a single sorcerer this time.
And it sounds like you need to get good.
I'm headshotting things that I shouldn't be headshotting, but like the sorcerers cannot headshot them for the life of me.
That's not how this is supposed to work.
You know, I agree, but yet it is what's happening.
Sure. Also, I do want to say, for anyone that does want to buy this game and play it on Steam specifically, I do gotta say the best way to get this game is honestly to buy it through GameStop, through their online store, because otherwise, if you try and buy it through any other website, it's like double the price. So,
And a little sketch.
Yeah, and a little sketchy. So, if there's anyone that actually thinks that they would like to play this game on PC, that is, then best place to buy it through is GameStop. However, you can also find this game for Xbox 360 if you want to have that old console feel.
And PS3 as well, if you're... Okay, I'm stuck in a rock.
Oh my god, I'm getting bullied by like 4 people.
Die,
so
sorcerer.
Here, as you can see, we're getting kind of flanked, kind of rickety-rack. We only needed to kill the people that are out here at the end whenever we first came out here. However, all of the enemies through the tunnel that we came through are also here. So we have to try and kill the ones that we need and not the other ones.
I don't know.
I know I'm just thinking of this now, but maybe I should do another dummy block.
Yes, you should.
Door's
good.
Alright, we can go.
Alright, now we're going to be going up against Karndun Captain. It's a really annoying boss.
He's basically like a mini wolf run.
Yeah, he's... Actually, that's exactly what he is. But with this guy, in comparison to Wolf Run, is we can actually use our feathers on him.
Yeah,
Slade, I thought you were about to get wrecked by that guy.
As long as he's in a stationary position, we can use our great feathers on him, unlike Wolf Run, because while we were fighting Wolf Run, Belaram was fighting his Drake. So...
You're making everybody feel old by calling the Xbox 360 an old console feel.
I'm sorry, like, as someone that grew up on, like, Xbox 360, it's honestly a factual statement because it came out over 15 years ago. I'm sorry.
Listen, you're saying things people don't want to hear, but I think I got something people want to hear, alright?
If it's a donation, you bet we want to hear it.
It is, in fact, an $8 donation from Musicy saying, "Love the stream. BGM Commons speedrun is a match made in heaven. Let's get to 6464 and speedrun to the moon."
Where is he?
He's on me. Okay, we got him.
Alright, go.
And that's the Karndun Captain. And so now, continue guys to push for that 6464, because we have a nice long dialogue with the dragon.
So we make friends with the dragon. He's a little cranky. He's like, "Why are you here? You ain't supposed to be here. Are you evil? Are you bad? Are you, like, not nice people?" We just kind of shrug it off. It's just like, "Hey, bud, we're after Agendour. Supposedly you have beef with him, so let's make a deal. How about instead of you murdering us, if we take out Agendour, you can have his castle. Is that chill? Because, like, we don't want to deal with you. Like, I know you have to deal with Agendour to help him, but, like, we'll take care of your problem, and you get a cool, nice little castle. And how does that sound to you?" Well, he's like, "You know what? I'll take that deal. However, if you fail on your end, well, you know, looks like we're gonna have a problem, and I'm gonna have to still be, not so friendly."
Oh no, Nordenbot, our hub world is under attack! We must kill things. Because, like, war in the north, there better actually, be war.
No, what's war? What is it good for?
Ow! Sledgy voyages.
I understood that.
Also, I'm sorry for making everyone feel bad about saying that Xbox 360 is the old console. I'm sorry. I still stand by what I said, but I feel bad.
No, you don't.
I actually do for once in my life, okay?
No, you don't.
Oh, he's teetering. That sucks.
They're bringing up siege towers on the right.
Okay, well, you have fun.
Alright, so yeah, we've got siege towers here. We got our wonderful War Machine turrets back again, and Now this time it's not an auto scored. Okay, I'm gonna...
How you guys doing on potions? Do you need anything?
Oh, I'm good. I'm
Good.
good.
I might need like 5.
Oh, I got a guy on me. Slade. Slade. Slade.
I see.
Bro.
Sorry.
Good over there?
I had a couple guys get past and I got wrecked.
I'm okay.
So, that's rough.
It's okay.
I'm just curious how you didn't
Yeah,
come
we
in the
got it.
tower though.
Because I was getting hit off my tower, off my machine.
I'm getting hit by an archer behind us. I don't
No, you're not.
I gotta hate auto aim. Hey, there's a sledge boy behind me. Can you please take care of him?
I got him. Oh. Hey, focus on me.
Yeah, please go cuddle Slade.
Die. Hey, cool, I got a feather drop. Not that it matters, but I get a feather drop.
Yeah, because the only one who needs a feather anymore is me.
Correct. Alright, and we're gonna have sappers here as well. You know those friends that we had at the very, early on in the game that kept trying to explode us? Well, guess who's back? Back again.
Guess who's back
Back
again.
again.
JD's back.
Hello,
friend.
Before they can blast down the inner doors.
Boom.
Guess who's
Boom.
back. Guess who's back.
Boom.
Guess who's back.
Boom.
Hey, why'd you miss? You stopped saying boom, I assume you missed your shot.
No, I stopped. I had a goblin that wasn't a sapper on me, so I stopped shooting.
Sappers on the left side.
And look, we get so many arrow drops that you have no reason to run out of arrows.
You guys are letting a lot of sappers come up.
They send a band of sappers against the gate.
Stop the sappers before they reach the inner door.
No, you don't.
More sappers coming.
Oh my god, I can't land that shot. I missed like one single sapper 7 times. But yeah, Slade, if you want to give me 5 power potions, I would love you.
Okay.
Alright, let's take care of these trolls first.
Yeah, and so now we just need to focus these 2 trolls, which luckily Texas has an ability called War Cry, which I'll let him explain so I can make sure I'm hitting my
War
shots.
Cry doesn't really do anything at the very start of the run. However, later in the run, I can get multiple different perks for it. One of which is making the enemies target me rather than my teammates. As well as one of the other things that I get is it makes it where all enemies around me take more damage. So basically, I go run and cuddle all the enemies, and all of them are taking more damage from Zojalyx's heavy shot.
Texas
From his.
is 10 power right on me.
Oh, and by the way, we got another Tharzog guy.
They said stronger than all the other ones. But we are also strong, so he's dead.
Okay, I'm okay to skip this shot.
I'm okay to skip it too, actually.
Yep, same. Well, I need my potions.
Right up here.
Oh, jeez, my bow actually might break.
Right here.
What?
No.
Oh, you're saying about the potions. I'm sorry.
I believe so.
He'll have
Yeah.
I'll take charge here. Goran yet lives. He was wounded in the...
Alright, so now we just gotta go and have some conversation.
I don't see him.
Dwarves to help
That sucks.
Bellerout.
Don't see him. Then I'm taking those.
No, we need to go. Slade.
And we're going to go have some conversations, and then we're going to go to the last area of the game, not Nordenbod. This is Nordenbod. Karn-Dûm. That's where we're going.
Our friend Bella.
You know what? I'm feeling risky. I'm not getting any potions. If y'all are down for that, let's just go.
I wasn't gonna get any.
Let's YOLO it.
Such a trick will be so be it.
I don't need any more, so.
I need them, but like, I'm feeling risky. I'm feeling risky. I want to try and save every second that we can here.
If need be, I can drop some for you.
Balaram.
So I got a pretty long conversation with our boy Balaram because, well, he got hurt pretty badly, actually, because he got whacked with a catapult.
Agandar did not.
Two of his bird brother died.
The folk of Nordenbad.
So he got very lucky to be alive.
Alright, here's hoping and praying my bow doesn't break. It's at 7 durability.
I don't know what that means.
It means if your weapon totally breaks, it like loses a crap ton of damage.
Gotcha. I didn't know if it breaks completely or I've never had it break, so. Alright, so I'm going to be leading the charge into Karn-Dûm because apparently I'm good at remembering things visually, so they let me lead the idiots into battle. Basically, I'm leading everyone to their death, and they let me do it every single time. It's wonderful, wonderful.
So yeah, there's gonna be less than 10 minutes left in the run, just so restreamers are aware.
To the left.
Much of this fortress is planned.
Take it back,
To the
man.
right. To the left. Around to the left.
Then, I think
To the right. Around to the right.
such a place will probably be lightly guarded.
Around to the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time.
Last time to get funky.
Around to the right, up to the staircase.
Clap your hands.
This is now turned into the cha-cha slide.
Of course.
Oh, I got a better bow. Cool.
Cool, now you don't have to worry about breaking.
Nope, I don't.
So, as you can see, they're weighing at a gate. Well, I just go pull a lever, because otherwise we can't get through. So, they're just gonna go out the door and wait on me.
Ow!
Just come to the door.
Get to the door.
I know, I'm coming.
I didn't get the block. Alright. So a lot of these sections we can just sprint past, get to the next little load door, and then just keep going. So here, Zojalyx is gonna go pull a lever. And
Hold on, I'm not at the lever yet.
There's a lever here.
fine. Pull the lever, Kronk!
Right lever! Yeah!
Another troll!
I'm gonna try to be on the side that I actually have to run to.
And now we just have to kill, we only have to kill the trolls here.
Yeah, I'm getting absolutely bodied because your troll came over and yeeted the crud out of me. Yours is falling, mine's on you.
Yep. And I've gotten a good chunk of damage. Oh gosh.
I literally have not
Oh.
hit once. Okay.
Swag kill!
Alright, go through the door. Go. Now, my minions! Oh, wait, y'all don't get that reference. Y'all don't play tonight.
No.
Slay the sorcerer!
Here you call the flash!
Alright, so this is our final mob fight of the game. Texas is going to stick around here where the majority of the mobs are going to spawn. while Slade and I are going to head up and kill enemies. Kill the enemies that are up here.
Yeah, so basically, as always, just spamming an explosive shot, trying to take care of them, trying to make sure that none of them are bothering my boys up top.
Now.
Texas will let you deal with those. Or not.
We need to kill that one hammer dude.
Door's good.
Oh, door's good? Go.
What?
I'm so confused now. Is it only the people up top? Or something weird?
That fight nearly finished.
That's something else. That's something to figure out another time.
Alright, if we manage to gold our Agendour fight, we can still pull this off.
We have to gold by 12 seconds in order to pull this off. So, we are 12 seconds behind PB/world record pace right now.
Going into Agendour. Agendour hurts. Like, a lot. It's already off to kind of a rough start.
No, it's actually going fine.
Okay. That's the first phase, and now he's gonna spawn in a troll here. Which this troll is kind of a pleb, and by kind of I mean he's a big freaking pleb. Yes, okay, good. I got really good RNG because I was running very low on arrows. Hi, Agendour. Let's not despawn on me. Phase 1. Okay, I need to grab here.
No, we just need to go. Go, go, go.
We've come too far to let him escape now.
There, on the bridge.
Alright, you know what to do,
I'm ready.
Yep,
I'm ready. Yep, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Alright, and now for the second phase, we're just going to continue to bash into him. And then eventually, we're going to summon Belarum.
Still here.
Oh, he's still here, he's still here.
And a lot of damage, and
As soon as he goes down, we'll be ending the run.
And time will be coming up here in just a little bit. Time.
Is now.
Oh, we 0.3 seconds off of gold. Dang.
Oh no.
So that's a 206.06 on our end. We're 5 seconds off world record.
Yeah, we're 4 to 5 seconds off world record.
Okay.
Also-
just to kind of
go ahead.
explain what happened there just a little bit. The reason that Belarum showed up is I called Belarum for one final time, and the reason that I did it and nobody else is we have discovered that apparently I'm the only one who can do that, because if anybody else does that and we skip that cutscene, it'll put us into a soft lock where Agendour is not there. We will literally have to quit out, come back in, and resume the fight. But apparently whenever I do it, it works every time.
And yeah, and we figured that out, that something there was possible by Slade just like doing it in a run that we thought we lost, and it saved it, and it was insane. But yeah, also this run was like, despite a lot of the shenanigans, this run still ended up being really good. We were 1 minute and 35 seconds behind and almost brought it all back.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really happy with how this run went.
Like a
And
great
it started with me gone.
Yeah, it started with Slade being gone, which he DC'd that area he doesn't normally do DC in, which cost us a chunk of time.
Yeah. So yeah, that was Lord of the Rings: The War in the North co-op, any % new game. Oh, although while all of that was happening, the ring got destroyed. So
Yeah, during all of that, basically, the entire trilogy of movies just happened. While we
yeah,
were
so
doing
we've
this.
done more in 2 hours that Peter Jackson was able to do in 3 movies. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to watch more of these runs, Slade, Texas, and I are really trying to see if we can push this down to sub 2 hours.
Yeah. Just the issue is the DCs. Like, there was a point in time we were 2 minutes and 16 seconds behind PB, and we brought it back to within 5 seconds of world recording.
So yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more of these runs, give Texas, Slade, and I all a follow. If you like watching Lord of the Rings runs in general, give Texas and I a follow, and Slade, I guess, but he mainly just kind of chills on his own stream, just kind of does his own thing. I do Lord of the Rings stuff when they do Lord of the Rings stuff. Yeah. So, but yeah, and donate more for the marathon, because the marathon's cool.
Yeah, make sure to donate to the marathon. You remember that there is a sombrero incentive going on, which, who doesn't like sombreros? So,
yeah, sombreros are very good.
Anyways, as Texas Warrior, that was Zojalyx, and that was Slade, and thank you for having us.